Good morning, my friends, and welcome back to episode 3 of the Talos Principle. Last time out, we got ourselves this red L here. We've got 3 more shapes to get in this environment, so let's just go and see how we get on with it, right? We've got yellow Tetris block to get. A bit tied up. One thing I really like in the UI, right, when you enter an emancipation grid, when you start a puzzle, the rest of this flashing UI disappears. It's very nice, tidies that up for you. Okay, there's the piece that we're after. We've got an already jammed gun. We have a jammer here. Interesting. Well, we can jam the gun this way, right? And we'll grab you. I'm going to jam you from over here, and then grab this, and then that's all sort of fine. Jam this. And then those two can blow each other up, probably. And then we've got 3 jammers that we can use for just whatever. So, start jamming that. We're almost certainly going to want to bring a jammer with us. So, grab these, grab that. And jam you from here, which means we can bring this jammer. Okay. So now you can come with me. Oh! Here we go. That answers that question then. The stars are inside the puzzles. Not sure where the stars would have been in World 1 and 2 though. So I didn't see no stars available. More exploration needed, perhaps. Okay. Next puzzle. So we have got a green Z block. It is stashed for later. What have we got? We have got a bomb that's being jammed. Fine. This one's across a big area. We've got keys in there. Oh, something after us. We could go and get those keys. There we go. Right, let's have a look. So we've got 2 guns that we're going to need to sort out there. What was... Oh, well we have a door that we can open now, for a start. So that's fine. We've got a jammer. We have a jammer here anyway. And what was down this path then? Because we didn't even look down here yet. Ah, no, that's just the piece. That's just the piece. But we could jam a gun from this side. Possibly even jam both of them from this side. If necessary. But for now, we can definitely go and get the jammer from here. So we'll jam you. Can a jam another jammer? Doesn't look like it can. If we jam that... Yeah, it sort of looks like both guns have full sight, doesn't it? Okay. This is sort of fine, really. So we'll just go and grab this jammer here. And all we sort of really need to do is jam one gun. Jam the other gun here. And that's both guns jammed. But is there a star anywhere to be gained? Possibly not. Okay. This leaves us with one more shape to get from this world and a star. It's weird, isn't it? It's like there's so much space. It's clear I'm not the first to walk this path. In fact, the whole thing seems to have been consciously designed, but by the voice in the sky or some other force. Lock me up, swallowed the key. Okay, so we have got a door and a grid. Okay. So we need to go and grab a key so that we can retrieve that jammer, I suppose. Oh, okay, well the key's right here. So that's fine. Jam you. That gets us this jammer. Nice. Open that up. Jam that. Ah, sweet. We are going to need to bring one of those through, that through, that through. And there we go. And that climbs us out. Well, only one star out of the two. Hey, look, there's another recording. Oh. Sounds like we have more story to listen to. Your user profile has now been generated. Download profile? Yes. Can I actually type into this? No, it just flashes at me. Incidentally, if anyone's looking for a really interesting game recommendation, Event Zero would be one that I would recommend. Event Zero largely takes place talking to a chatbot, and the chatbot is a slightly broken AI on a space station, and so all of the slightly janky answers he comes up with are, you know, because his memory cells are all failing and whatever, but really interesting game, and sort of along the same kind of lines, you know. It's an enemy-less exploration game. I guess you could call it a walking simulator, but it's more of a puzzle game, really. It's a bit Outer Wildsy, it's a little bit, I guess it's a bit like Tacoma, in a way, in theming. But, yeah, I'd recommend that. Check it out. Okay. Your new user account has been registered. Would you like to see the details? Sure. Basic account privileges only due to outstanding notes on your account, and despite displaying many of the characteristics of being a person, you cannot be granted admin status at this time. Please enjoy basic account functionalities. Okay. Show me my psychological profile. You may already be criticising your own performance, but it's clear you understand how the world of ideas affects you, even if you are sometimes wary with the realities and allow your preferences to dictate your beliefs. You have a great deal of unused capacity, which have not turned to your advantage. Disciplined and self-controlled outside, you tend to be worrisome and insecure inside, but you pride yourself as an independent thinker and do not accept others' statements without satisfactory proof. That is hilariously so. I mean, that's a kind of classic cold read, right? In that 99% of people will agree that that applies to them, because everyone wants to think of themselves as an independent thinker. Everyone has insecurity on the inside, right? So that's kind of funny. I like that. Display conflicts. User provided an objective response when asked for a subjective one. User provided a particular account of personhood that was uncomfortable with its implications. User sought to maximise both liberty and quality of life, but these ideals are incompatible. I'm not necessarily sure they are, you know, but okay. Access com portal. You currently hold a basic account. Network access is restricted. Go on then, let's log a support ticket. Let's go with account certification error. Okay. Goodbye, chatbot. I believe we have read all of those, so that's great. Let's go back to the hub world then. So that's World 3 complete, and yes, the stars do get crossed off as we do them, so that's good to know. Now, what is it that we unlock with these? So that one's not unlocked yet. This one, however, very much unlocked. Prison ability. Right, so this is how the game prevents you from...
There is much that you may learn in the halls of my temples, for there is much that you do not know. That is why you are a child. But children are made to learn, and in time they come to have dominion over the lands of their home. So it shall be with you and your generations.
Lovely. So yeah, so this is how the game prompts you into making kind of progress, right? Because it doesn't want you to just wander aimlessly from all the way up to World 7 without having unlocked stuff, right? So it insists that you unlock part of the thing, like the prisons, before you go and do the prison puzzles, for example. Interesting that this sign has the star on the left-hand side, whereas these have the stars on the right-hand side. And is that relevant? We also have this now available for us. Here.
You have proven yourself worthy, child, and this gate shall be forever open to you.
Nice.
Seek now the other worlds I have given you, that you may attain even greater mastery and bring glory to your kind. But remember, you must not ascend the great tower, for it shall bring death and the end of your generations.
It's like, well, that's an offer we can't refuse, right? So we have another terminal here with a big old look at me thing. Like, these terminals, I'm assuming... Oh, first time I played through this game, I did look at all these terminals. I'm assuming they're optional, but I think they're really good anyway, right? Because they give very good philosophical background to the whole game. Searching for locally cached resources. Well, let's have a look at Athena 12. The Council of Zeus. The great bronze bulls pulled the carriage forward, mighty bursts of steam issuing from their nostrils. Finally, they came to the gates at the top of the... Here assembled were all the many generations of the gods and demigods and souls of mortals, steel and bronze and iron and memory of flesh. The clouds parted far beneath, revealing the beautiful plains of Macedon, where great gleaming cities had once. So, Prof. Dr. Armin Hulock, The Fall of the Roman Empire, a dialectical approach. Okay. But interestingly, as some perspectives of the decline and ultimate dissolution of the Roman Empire may be, they ultimately put too much emphasis on individual catastrophic events. The real question that must be asked is why the Roman Empire, which had dealt with so many threats and catastrophes over the years, was so incapable of responding to these later problems. We must investigate the division of wealth, the structure of government, the location of power in Roman society. Had the Republic survived or been restored, would Rome still have fallen? What was the role of debt and slavery in creating the conditions for which we now call the Dark Ages? Rome, the saying goes, was not built in a day. It didn't fall in a day either. To register for the class, please email. There we go. That is your Roman Empire thought for the day. Enjoy it. Put in the comments below, how often do you think about the Roman Empire? I'm kind of surprised that so many people do think about it so often, but it is, when you consider how important the Empire was for everything, as well as the various kind of current day political situations that you find yourself in, as pretty much as a knock-on effect of what the Empire did, kind of makes sense to a degree, right? I mean, every time you read Latin, that is... Not that you read Latin... You might not read Latin terribly often. I'm talking like on the back of your coins and things like that, right? I don't know. Sort of like an in-passing thing. Heaven.txt, hell.txt. The mind is its own place and in itself can make a heaven of hell a hell of heaven. What matter where if I be still the same and what I should be all but less than he whom thunder hath made greater? Here at least we shall be free. The Almighty hath not built here for his envy. He will not drive us hence. Here we may reign secure, and in my choice to reign is worth ambition, though in hell, better to reign in hell than serve in heaven. That is, of course, John Milton from Paradise Lost. Hell.txt. This is William Blake, okay. The ancient tradition that the world will be consumed in fire at the end of 6,000 years is true, as I have heard from hell. For the cherub with his flaming sword is hereby commanded to leave his guard at Tree of Life, and when he does, the whole creation will be consumed and appear infinite and holy, whereas now it appears finite and corrupt. This will come to pass by an improvement of sensual enjoyment, but first the notion that man has a body distinct from his soul is to be expunged. This I shall do by printing in the infernal method by corrosives, which in hell are salutary and medicinal, melting apparent surfaces away and displaying the infinite which was hid. Put in the comments below, which is your more preferred poet? Not your favourite poet, it would be sort of massively presumptuous to assume that either Milton or Blake were your favourite poet, but let me know who you prefer. Are you a Blake fan or a Milton fan? We now have Oxyrhynchus and the Book of Osiris. The great irony of the Oxyrhynchus papyri is that such a vital source of information about the ancient world exists only because of a garbage dump. While the Library of Alexander burned at the hands of fanatics and conquerors, depriving of us of unimaginable insights into history, philosophy and art, the papers carelessly thrown away by the citizens of the Oxyrhynchus survived to the modern day. And though it is true that a great deal of what we know today is because of the conscious efforts of individuals and organisations, such as the spectacular translation and preservation work done during the Islamic Golden Age, so much more is simply the result of coincidence and luck. We've lost texts that the ancients considered to be absolutely essential, while utterly trivial, even plagiarised work has survived unharmed. If we want our descendants to remember more than glittering emo vampires and auto-tuned teen pop stars, we have to invest in something to make sure that something. Yeah, I mean, a lot of those ancient texts are lost, of course, aren't they? I have a vague recollection that there's one of the Theban plays. Is it no, hang on, wait. Oh shoot, I'm going to get the guy's name wrong. Is it Sophocles? The one who did Oedipus. I think he's got a load of plays which are missing, right? And like we only know about them because other people have referenced their existence, but the actual text is all lost. And there's loads of stuff like that, to be fair. Let's have a look at the Book of Osiris. The Book of the Scribe of Osiris, sometimes also referred to as the Book of the Journey to Aru, is an ancient Egyptian text discovered in the excavation of the Oxyrhynchus. I'm not very confident on that pronunciation at all. Oxyrhynchus. It has caused a certain degree of controversy among Egyptologists, as some argue that it is a classic funerary text, such as the Book of Coming Forth by Day, while others believe it to be a poetic work not intended to be understood literally. The book tells the story of a dying man who asks a scribe about the afterlife. The scribe, a servant of Osiris, describes how the man's ka, his life force, will become separated from his ba, personality, and how he will have to reunite the two and become an ak, a living intellect, passing a series of trials in the Duat, the underworld, in order to reach the paradise of Aru. Unlike similar texts, the Book and Scribe of Osiris focuses less on the giving advice or blank. A recent study suggests that the text may have been intended as a philosophical commentary on the world of the living through the allegory of the Duat. It remains unclear whether this was the intent of the original pre-Alexandrian author or a result of the later translation into Greek. The earlier manuscript, which is considered to be more authentic, is too fragmentary to provide answers, although perhaps further excavation may blank. Incidentally, this is the point where I would probably also add a shout out to a previous game we've played on this channel, Forgotten City. The Forgotten City. That is a game so steeped in Greek, Egyptian, and Roman mythology and history, you could almost call it an educational game. So definitely check that out. That's all up on the channel already. I'm afraid of that tower. There's something terrible inside it. Never think about it. Don't even look at it. Just focus on doing the work, says Sia version 13. This must be the tower we were warned about. Seems the upper levels are locked tight. Elohim is taking no chances that we stray from its path. That's Sheep version 69. The view from the top must be incredible, says version 17. On returning from the tower, I feel a great tiredness and an enormous energy. What I now know disturbs me, but I hope that by living with this knowledge I might provide a shoulder for you, the giants of tomorrow, says the shepherd. Well, let's have a little look inside the tower, right? Like, obviously, I know what's in the tower. What's in the tower is like the... Well, that's interesting, because that's a prism thing, isn't it? But, like, how would you activate that from out here? Okay. Some of those things will presumably become a little bit more obvious in the fullness of time. As I said, we have completed this game before. We've never 100%ed it.
Detect location of primary subject. Query. Query. Query.
What's wrong, Elohim? Why have you suddenly started talking weirdly? Well, to get into that, we're going to need some more red tiles. But what is this?
Is there anything that we associate more closely with intelligence than curiosity? Every intelligent species on Earth is attracted by the unknown. Our mythologies are full of riddles and mysteries and divine knowledge. Even the word apocalypse means revelation. It seems like our ancestors always imagined that even at the very end, we would solve one last mystery.
Okay, so World B and World C not open to us yet. We're going to need more red tiles to get up to the first floor of this building, and to unlock whatever the box is requires a few more oranges.
Where have you been, child? Remember, the Great Tower is not for you. Do not give up the hope of eternal life for the hollow promises of curiosity.
That message just materialised on the wall in front of me. I don't think time obeys too many rules here, or so many rules we can't imagine. Clearly I'm writing this message after all you wrote yours, but maybe we're all here at the same time as well. Promise me the world as well. What a joker, says Assassin42. One with faith, says, the designer has granted me domain over the lands I have travelled, and with his sigils of power I will make this whole world my domain. Any messages on this side? Not so much. That's alright. So, we need to do a few more worlds in World A. Unlock a few more powers, get a few more sigils. And then we can continue on. Oh! That door is open. This lock requires a lot more sigils. A lot of yellow sigils or a lot of stars? Oh, they're stars. They're stars. So we've never unlocked that one. Okay, well, World 3. Let's move on to World 4. Ah, and we've unlocked the prison, so we're in. So you have to do a decent amount of Worlds 1, 2 and 3.
These worlds,
before you
and
move on.
we within them, are made of words. Hidden words, invisible to you, yet part of all things.
Programming code, I guess.
We are a story. Your actions give life to the story, and the story gives meaning to your life.
Okay. Progress report 1, please. So we have, hi all, everything's been moved to the EL facility. I know it's been sad to leave the good old Jeff building behind, but it makes sense for us to be on site, especially as there may be severe power outages in the coming weeks. Arcaday's team are already working on blank, but you really don't need to worry about the teams getting in each other's way. The facility is genuinely humongous. Let's get this show on the road. From Nadia. We've got a mail error .dat, which is, I'll keep this short. You all know me, so you know that I know what I'm talking about. I realise that you're all working on projects meant to somehow avert, find a solution. I believe that. Preserve the non-biological components of... Not in terms of immediately, you'll find the details of my proposal in the attachment, but the short version is... Global undertaking. And beginnings.txt. This is... Okay, Straton of Stagiaria again on beginnings. It is the grave error of many philosophers, not only of the Athenian schools, but also of many others, that they begin not with observation of the cosmos as it surrounds us, but with a conclusion already in mind, and often that conclusion is the world was created ideal, and mankind itself the greatest creation of the gods. Yet neither the world nor the gods owe mankind perfection. It is arrogance itself to presume so, and contrary to all the methods of philosophy. The honest philosopher seeks only the truth, even if it bears no comfort. And he must begin by assuming, as Socrates said, that all he knows is that he knows nothing. We've got 4 sigils and a star to go and find. Now the only star we've found has been inside a puzzle room. Yeah? Are all of them inside puzzle rooms? That's a weird column, isn't it?
Behold, I am Elohim, and I speak unto the darkness. Be gone. Excess data cleared.
Okay, good. Right. Let's go for this one first. Push it further. What have we got? We've got a couple of prisms. That's our ultimate goal. And there's a laser. So, point at a target, point at another target. Straightforward enough. This is more teaching us about the prisons, clearly. Yeah, no hint on where the stars are going to be. Branch it out is the next one. So what have we got? We have got an item behind here. Well, we don't need that one on, right? This is our only laser, I guess. What? How do we get up there? Well, maybe we don't need to get up there. Maybe all we need to do is just go take that there, and pop that on, and pop that on, and connect all three of those. Okay, great. What's that over there? That's an audio diary, isn't it? That we can see in the distance. A beach ball.
The answer that came to me again and again was play. Every human society in recorded history has games. We don't just solve problems out of necessity. We do it for fun. Even as adults. Leave a human being alone with a knotted rope, and they will unravel it. Leave a human being alone with blocks, and they will build something. Games are part of what makes us human. We see the world as a mystery, a puzzle, because we've always been a species of problem solvers.
Can we fall off that? Oh, that's a path. There's a path down here. I assume that fall would kill us. I don't know. Yeah. It very much would. So that's fine. You know, this game checkpoints you regularly, so there's no penalty for death. Okay. Next puzzle. Don't cross the streams. Right. Okay, so we've got to go around the back here. That's fair enough. So we'll just take you and do something like there and there. A lifetime spent solving the puzzles in this place would be one which missed everything of value in it. But we must remember that others will tread this path, and we must leave it better signposted than when we found it. Whenever I despair, I remind myself that at the end of the great pilgrimage lies life in the eternal memory of the designer. I need no further motivation. Well, isn't that nice? Okay, one more piece. Ooh, fans. We want to unlock fans. Above all that. Above all that. Are we looking up there? So we've got a platform here, right, which enables us to head up above this, so this is fine. There and there, and just pop you there. Okay, and that, my friends, is going to be World 4, right? I think that's everything here. That looks very much like a prism, doesn't it? Can you point to that from inside a different puzzle? Like, from here, You could get to that, couldn't you? Okay, but what is that doing? Is this going to be where the star is? But what does it do? But what does it do? Maybe we need several of them. Or maybe there are other towers around? It feels like it's something, doesn't it? So, must be in this one would be the next place to go. Like, we could get it from here and here. And now we've got two of them. Do we need to do it from even more of them? Weird, isn't it? Okay. So that's that one and that one. Like, do we do it from all of them? Do it from all four? Can we even see it from this one? It's over there. I don't know if it's visible from over here, you know. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, there's another tower over here. Well, this is part of the looking up puzzle, isn't it? But that pillar wasn't actually used. This pillar wasn't actually used in the solution at all. I always think these walls are going to like glitch out or something, or reveal like a different path or something like that. It feels like getting multiple prisms to all hit that thing, not what we're trying to do. It feels like getting one to hit the thing and getting another one to take that input and put it somewhere else is actually what we want. Right, because we're currently blasting it from two directions. I think we want to blast it from one direction, but then take it from the other direction, so that we can use it as an input somewhere. Like here, for example, there's the star, so we need a red, right, and it requires a red laser. Found it, it's behind a tree, so again, it's within the puzzle then. That's fine. Okay, we're going to get a star. We're going to get a golden star. If any of you have read, any of you got kids, have you ever read Zog? Wait, there's no red one in here. Right. There's no red laser from here. So to get a red laser to that prism, which is what we need out here. Oh, okay, we're going to need to have a think about that then. To get a red laser, that's going to involve using one of these two. Because there's no red laser out here. Huh. So one of these other two is gonna need to point its red laser, like maybe to that one? Can we get up there somehow? I don't think so, right? But we could point a red laser in there. Maybe. It's going to be like somewhere over there, isn't it? Come on. I think the hitbox is actually straight. Oh wait, unless it can actually get that far. Hang on. Whoops, where'd you go? Ah, it can make it. It can make it. It's just way off in the distance. Well, that's great. So we then go into this one. And we're going to go and grab you. And one of these. Hey, there we go. Well, my friends, that's going to wrap us up for this episode of the Talos Principle. Leave a like, hit a subscribe if you're not, and I will see you next time out. Bye for now.